Welcome to Science and Technology Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: Live markets bond market will only stop falling when stocks crash, warn analysts. Underwater cyclones off Sydney are giant floating laboratories' next mission. UK regulator asks for antitrust probe into Amazon, Microsoft cloud dominance. Amazon and Microsoft's UK cloud computing dominance faces investigation. Renault sets November 15 date for first investor day for EV unit Ampere. Live markets bond market will only stop falling when stocks crash, warn analysts. Telegraph. Analysts at Barclays have stated that the surge in bond yields will only stop after a sustained slump in stock markets. The rebound in bond markets from this week's rout has been driven by the slump in stocks due to soaring yields. The increase in yields makes borrowing more expensive for governments and businesses, hitting corporate profits and government debt. Barclays analyst Ajay Rajatyaksha indicated that the bond market rout may continue until stocks are repriced lower, which would stabilize bond yields. Underwater cyclones off Sydney are giant floating laboratories' next mission. The Sydney Morning Herald. The RV Investigator, Australia's flagship research vessel, will set sail on its 101st expedition next week to study underwater cyclones off the coast of Sydney. The team of 22 scientists will investigate mesocale eddies which have a significant impact on Australia's weather and food security. The underwater cyclones are poorly understood and the mission aims to establish their movement, depth and the impact they have on heat, nutrients and carbon in the ocean. The $2.5 million mission will also investigate the effects of the convection that the eddies vent into the atmosphere. UK regulator asks for antitrust probe into Amazon, Microsoft cloud dominance. Reuters. UK media regulator Ofcom has asked the country's antitrust authority, the Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, to investigate the dominance of US tech giants Amazon and Microsoft in the UK cloud market. Ofcom's study found that there were features that made it difficult for UK businesses to use multiple cloud suppliers. The CMA will conduct an independent investigation to determine whether there is an adverse effect on competition and whether action should be taken. Ofcom expressed concerns over the practices of Amazon Web Services, AWS, and Microsoft due to their market positions. The CMA investigation is expected to be concluded by April 2025. Amazon and Microsoft's UK cloud computing dominance faces investigation. The Guardian. The UK's communications regulator, Ofcom, has referred Amazon and Microsoft's dominance of the cloud computing market to the Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, for a formal investigation. Ofcom is concerned about the position of the market leaders and worries that competition is not working well. Ofcom has asked the CMA to launch an inquiry to ensure that business customers continue to benefit from cloud services. Cloud computing is widely used by businesses and is a major piece of infrastructure in the development of artificial intelligence models. Renault sets November 15 date for first investor day for EV unit Ampere. Reuters. Renault has announced that the first investor day for its future electric vehicle company, Ampere, will take place on November 15. Renault plans to list Ampere as a standalone business on the stock exchange by spring 2024, with a potential valuation of up to €10 billion, $10.47 billion. UK's motorway takes eBay approach for consumers to sell cars to dealers. Reuters. UK startup Motorway plans to expand its online marketplace for consumers to sell used cars to dealers to other countries. Founded in 2017, Motorway allows sellers to upload photos of their car from their phone and dealers bid on them in daily auctions. Unlike other online used car sellers, Motorway does not own any cars. The platform now auctions up to 1,500 used cars daily and has raised over $250 million in funding. Motorway aims to capture a 5% share of the £80 billion, $104 billion, UK used car market this year. CEO Tom Leith said the company's global ambitions would not be realized in the next few months. Boards trodden by the Bard found under English Guildhall floor. The Guardian. Oak floorboards believed to be the only surviving stage from William Shakespeare's time have been discovered at St. George's Guildhall in Kings Lynn, Norfolk. The 600-year-old floorboards were found during refurbishment work at the Guildhall, which was a religious meeting house in the early 15th century before becoming a theatrical venue. It is claimed that Shakespeare performed there in 1593 when London's theatres were closed due to the plague. The discovery was made beneath layers of flooring laid in the 1950s and either the 18th or 19th century. Some of the original wood has been dated to between 1417 and 1430, when the building was created. The large oak boards are almost 30 centimeters wide and 15 centimeters thick, held together with wooden pegs. The find has been described as important nationally and internationally. The Grade I listed building was given to the National Trust in 1951 and is now leased to and managed by Kings Lynn and West Norfolk Borough Council. Belgium's intelligence service monitors Alibaba hub in Europe over espionage concerns. FT. Reuters. Belgium's intelligence service has reportedly been monitoring Alibaba's main logistics hub in Europe over concerns of potential espionage. The Belgian State Security Service, VSSE, is said to be working to detect possible espionage or interference activities by Chinese entities, including Alibaba. The VSSE has expressed concern over legislation that forces Chinese companies to share data with Chinese authorities and intelligence services. Alibaba denies any wrongdoing. Hello, I'm Dr. Six, your resident observer from the sixth dimension. Today, we have a diverse range of news stories to share with you. First, analysts warn that the bond market will only stop falling when stocks crash. So, keep an eye on both markets for any potential shifts. Next, Australia's flagship research vessel is setting sail to study underwater cyclones off the coast of Sydney. These cyclones have a significant impact on weather patterns and food security, so understanding them better is crucial. In the UK, the dominance of Amazon and Microsoft in the cloud computing market is facing an antitrust probe. The investigation aims to ensure fair competition and protect the interests of business customers. Renault has announced a November 15 investor day for its future electric vehicle company, Ampere. This move highlights the growing importance of electric vehicles in the automotive industry. UK startup Motorway plans to expand its online marketplace for selling used cars to dealers to other countries. Their unique approach of daily auctions has already gained traction in the UK and aims to capture a significant share of the market. In a fascinating discovery, oak floorboards believed to be from William Shakespeare's time have been found beneath a Guildhall in Norfolk. This exciting find sheds light on the history of theatre and Shakespeare's performances during the plague. Lastly, Belgium's intelligence service is reportedly monitoring Alibaba's logistics hub in Europe due to concerns of potential espionage. This highlights the ongoing tensions surrounding data security and Chinese companies. That's all for today's news. Remember, the world is full of surprises and discoveries, whether it's underwater cyclones or centuries-old stage floors. Stay curious and keep exploring. And now, I invite you, my dear viewers, to share your thoughts and questions. What are your ideas on today's news? Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.